VTB, a major state-run Russian bank, has announced plans to double its headcount in Shanghai over the next 3 to 4 years. Riccardo Orcel, head of international operations at what is Russia's second-largest bank, will aim to appeal to Chinese companies keen to expand into his country. Key services set for expansion in China will include commercial banking, foreign exchange, and trade finance. Referring to the bank's Shanghai office, which employed about 35 people, he reportedly said, "We are looking for new premises because we are totally full." China President Xi Jinping, image, Getty. He referred to the extremely good relationship between Russia and China and the not-so-good relationships that exists moving towards the West, as a major motivation for expanding eastward. VTB, led by President Andrei Kostin, has already scaled down its operations in Europe and effectively cut ties with the U.S. It is Russia's only lender with a full brand in China. China has reportedly invested around $7 billion in Russia through acquisitions and mergers since 2013. Andrei Kostin, VTB Bank President, image, Getty. U.S. President Donald Trump has ramped up the China trade war, image, Getty. State-backed groups such as Sinop and China Investment Corp recently bought up stakes in Russian oil and chemical firms. Mr. Orcel's announcement came as China confirmed it was ramping up its trade war with the U.S. Beijing announced tariffs of up to 10% on £46 billion of U.S. goods from Monday, in retaliation for President Donald Trump slapping 10% to rise to 25% by the end of the year on £152 billion of Chinese products from that date. The new levies will cover about 5,000 U.S. goods, including aircraft, soybean oil, beef, coffee and flour. The world's two largest economies had already applied tariffs to 38 billion pounds of each other's goods. Mr. Trump started the dispute by raging against what he claims are unfair trade policies which he says impact on U.S. jobs. He said, "For months, we have urged China to change these unfair practices and give fair, reciprocal treatment to American companies. I urge China's leaders to take swift action to end their country's unfair trade practices. Hopefully, this will be resolved, in the end, by myself and President Xi Jinping of China, for whom I have great respect and affection."